Good morning. Round 2, Saturday morning. Round 2 of the BARC Southeast Tin Tops Championship here at Brands Hatch. It's early. It's not quite 6 o'clock yet, so paddock's not. People arriving, just starting to fill up. We were lucky enough to get here last night and set up, so it was less hassle this morning. Great test, as you'll have seen. Great test on Wednesday. That was epic. To get down to a 56.4 by the end of the day. Took a second out of his lap time in that test. Got some great tyre information as well. Tom was a fantastic instructor. You'll have seen in the footage. Can't speak highly enough of the guy. Really talented, and a great instructor. He instructs here at Brands Hatch as well as other circuits around the UK. Reflected on that over the last couple of days. Genius. So right, so as the day goes on, we'll push on.
baby. Okay. Good. He pulled off. Oh, Ricky. 6th place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good though. Well done. Well done.
Oh, 6th place in qualifying.
6th place.
Epic.
Best ever.
Epic.
Absolutely flying.
It looked quick.
Felt really, really good. Yeah, some really fast cars behind as well. So
Yeah.
Well chuffed with that.
So you're doing a sun dance or a rain dance now?
Sun. Bring on more sun. It's getting a little bit
It's getting a bit overcast, isn't it?
now. So if it stays like this for race 1, we'll be all right.
So how did it feel? How did the car feel?
Awesome. A little bit looser than my last practice session, but the time speaks for himself. You know,
Yeah.
without sort of Tom sitting next to me, whatever, I've still managed to get in the 56s. I'd like to take this moment just to say big thanks to Tom. We'll cover him in the video for helping me out the other day. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
This is how I want to reward you. 6th on the grid.
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting though, because I know you said after you did the 56 in testing on Wednesday, you were saying, I'm just nervous about not necessarily being able to repeat it without Tom in the car giving me instruction. But you just did it.
Yeah, I just kind of got in and flew it, and hopefully you'll see, managed to get on the back of some quick drivers, just through certain corners, the people that are in front of me, so just learning a little bit more, but the car just felt hooked.
Yeah.
So good, a little bit loose on the back, which is supposed to do that, it
Yeah.
felt good. So
Yeah, it looked really balanced.
Yeah, it was just flying.
So
Absolutely flying. Great.
race 1's in a couple of hours.
A few hours till race 1.
So what's the plan?
Stay out of trouble for the first 3 laps, and then try and go forward.
Get the heat in the tyres.
Try and go forwards. Yeah, I think at the moment I'm second in class. So,
Fantastic.
it'd be nice to sort of stay around now.
Epic, mate. That's great. We'll catch you up later.
No worries.
Excellent.
Go and see family.
Well done.
Six. Go on, Ricky.
Yeah.
But you don't want too heavy.
Get some temperature into these rear tyres on that central sector, because that's the real problem, Tony. The majority of these cars front-wheel drive. It's not the tyre temperature in the front, it's in the rears, which it's hard to get some temperature there, and therefore the car can go sideways very easily. kind of way around the track. Rather than driving out of the car, so he's okay, that's the main point. Brooke going slowly with their fault. So Brooke going slow, so they've seen the crash, perhaps thinking there might be a stoppage, but there hasn't been yet. They can continue racing.
I mean, that was slippery. A bit of a moment, as Neil would say, a bit of a moment.
Genius.
Well, you know, I'm happy with that. So it's going to Vinny's hands later on.
race one, TP first in class, Terry Waller. You don't bite. I know he's bald, but don't bite. Right, T3, second in class, Dominic Ryan. He's on the one. Is he gone home? Right, and first in T3 in the race 1, Ricky Taylor. And on to T2 in race 1. Second in T2, Jamie Primmett.
So, time to reflect after the events of the weekend.
Yep.
I've got a couple of questions that have been burning in my head over the last day or so. We've obviously now seen the instruction you had from Tom, and a huge amount of comment on that has been really positive about it. But did it make you approach the race differently?
It made qualifying definitely different, because I know the pace is in the car and I'm capable of doing it, whereas before I was kind of pushing the car to what I thought was the max. Clearly it wasn't, so with Tom sitting there and instructing me, I know I could find another second and a bit, opposed to my last flying lap that I'd done on my own. I think I was 57.8s and now I'm running low 56s. So knowing that the car was in there, I thought, just go balls out now. The car's capable, I'm capable clearly, so what could go wrong?
So did you have him in your ear, in your peripheral vision
enough,
going?
Yeah, it was really weird that sort of a couple of lines that he telling me to take around the track. When I first went out in quali, I wasn't quite hitting what he was telling me. So I was sort of, as I was doing a lap, trying to repeat what he was telling me in my head. And it come back and almost, got down to the 56s again. So,
and consistently, eh?
Yeah, made 3 56s, I think. So, I'm happy with that. The rest were 57s. So, to break the 56 barrier,
Yeah, amazing.
on my own, without Tom sitting there, I'm well chuffed.
Yeah. So a bit about qualifying. Then you've done that.
Yeah.
What about your approach to the whole weekend? Has that changed from round 1?
It has a little bit. Obviously, I know a little bit more about what's going on, back in the car screw in here, which all went swimmingly well this time, no problems. So, but knowing how the process works, I felt more comfortable. Nerves, I was still the same. Not sleeping really 2 or 3 days before race day. Waking up in the middle of the night, picturing myself driving around the track, remembering the lines that Tom had told me, But once we were there, I felt a lot better than I did previously.
It seemed to go quite smooth the day in that respect. Nobody seemed to be rushing around, even when there was stuff to do. Nobody was rushing around.
Yeah, we found ourselves good timing. I think the first weekend where we was racing against the trucks, it's all about the trucks. Yeah. So, for instance, we went back to the pits, didn't we, and then have to come back up to the holding area half an hour later.
Yeah.
So there was, there was no time even to grab a sandwich, let alone sort of do anything to the car. Whereas, the club meet was nice and relaxed, and we was running early. I think about 40 minutes early, but we knew it, so we didn't get no last-minute calls. So all of that together just made the day a little bit easier.
So what did you feel when you qualified 6th? What did that feel when you got out the car?
That's kind of like ecstatic. I knew that I'd done a good time because the lap timer, I thought saw 56 flash up. Again, it was the instruction from Tom saying don't just drive by a lap timer, try and drive by feel, So I thought I glimpsed 56, but I wasn't 100% sure. But when I got out, I didn't know that I'd done 56s and come 6th.
Yeah.
And so I got back in the pits, which awesome. Yeah. Awesome feeling, like all the hard work starting to pay off.
So race 1, sat on the grid.
Yeah.
Right in it, third row of the grid. What did that feel like?
Nerving, because the cars in front of me were very quick cars, they're proven. The cars behind, exactly the same, so to be sort of in amongst them, it's where I want to be, don't get me wrong, but just trying to work out how my start was going to go. Yeah. Kind of went to plan, so that was a good thing. Bar at the bottom of Graham Mill Bend on the first lap where the BMW spun in front of me, so I had to take to the grass. That weren't in my game plan, so it's kind of trying to get some more positions, but after that I felt comfortable. Yeah, I felt comfortable going around chasing people. Yeah. So pleased with that. And a great finish. Yeah, 7th. Yeah. That's the thing. I started 6th, lost a few because of the spin, and back to 7th place. Yeah. To start the second race. So best finish yet, 2nd in class, and we get a trophy. Hey. So first bit of tin. The first bit of tin. So pride of place. So second race. Yeah. Weather changed again. Yeah, wet.
got
Again.
damp again. But it was that horrible in between though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was the in between bit that said, don't put wets on.
We didn't know where to go.
No.
I mean, there were 6 of us standing at the bottom of the paddock, and in the end we just decided to coin toss. You know, do we go full wet setup or stay dry?
Yeah.
So we went dry, but it didn't work. You know, it was a gamble. If the line had dried, then we may have been all right. Again, if the safety car hadn't come out, the dry line may have appeared, so we would have been all right. But
Yeah. But you were as quick as the cars around you and some of the cars in front
yeah,
by the end of the race.
yeah, just not the
Which
start.
says it kind of comes to you. That's that kind of getting temperature.
Yeah,
and
the
again,
tyres
kind
I'm
of
on,
thing.
they do come back to you, or they do come to you in the damp
Yeah.
and in the wet. But because of the safety car, any heat that I had, I've lost. I've just really struggling to maintain the heat
Yeah.
during the safety car. So when we went again, the grip that I had wasn't there.
No. So what's I mean, amazing weekend.
Yeah.
So, what's the one thing you take away from the weekend apart from it being wicked?
Everything and the confidence. You know, the knowing that I can be up there,
Yeah.
passing cars behind me,
Yeah.
and you know, and out qualifying cars
Yeah.
with 100 horsepower more than I got. You know,
Yeah.
and with a newbie, you know, you've got to take confidence from everything, really.
Yeah.
So we just look forward to the next one. Just pray for it to be dry.
So
Fed up with the rain.
we're going to sacrifice a virgin to the sun god,
Yeah, we'll find one somewhere. There must be one in Medway somewhere.
and we'll. So when is the next one?
9th, 10th of June,
Yeah.
American Speed Fest.
Oh, that's quite a big weekend.
Yeah,
so we expect massive crowds.
Massive crowds. So
Yeah, and
it'd be
it'll-
nice to get the Snodhurst Civic out in front of a few people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So amazing. We've had people come up to us already. Say, oh, we saw your car at Brands the weekend, and it was flying. So you know, people that we don't know, just people in the street that we've seen that recognise us.
Yeah.
So,
So I know we said I said earlier on that juggling work and racing and home life has been really because work's really busy at the minute, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So much work. So many, you know, normal work, breakdown work, specialist work.
Yeah.
You know, we're right in the middle of an engine conversion at the moment on a car, and it's becoming a bit of a pain in the arse.
What are you trying to say?
Ramp blocking. So, sorry.
Yeah, that's
just
my
trying to
car,
juggle
by the
everything.
way, swine.
And yeah, like I say, home life. You know, it's good that the wife and Litland,
Yeah.
they're really into it. So
I have to say, some of the
coming
footage,
for the weekend. So.
some of the footage from the weekend when you got out of the car and and Sonia and Jessica come running up there.
First of the door.
Amazing.
First of the driver's door. And,
Yeah, not
you
a
know,
dry
even
eye
Lit-
in the house.
No, and even Litland, you know, she wants to go and watch the other racing when I'm not even racing. So she's becoming part of it. So
Yeah,
it makes
that's
that a
great.
little bit easier. But it's the late nights, early mornings, getting the car ready for that sort of I have to sacrifice for the home life.
Yeah.
So yeah, not as easy as what I thought it would be.
No.
But you know, we all work together. We get there in the end.
But I mean, it's showing now the benefits of what you've done, all that hard work you've put in. Because I know how wrung out you were after the first first
we
race.
were absolutely flogged.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was just an immense weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was equally as tired.
Yeah.
But for good reasons.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Great
excitement
points.
level. So
Yeah.
again, I think I'm now sixth
Sixth in the championship.
1 point behind Alfie.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's amazing.
It's looking good, more than I could ever dream. I mean, at the start of the year, we were talking about being top 15.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
That's really good.
To be sixth at this stage, granted, there's a few races left to go, but at this stage, I couldn't have wished for better, really.
No. Cool. All right, mate. I'll let you get on because I know you're busy.
Yeah.
Great weekend.
Cool.
Really looking forward to the next one.
Can't wait for the
Any
next one.
testing before then?
Maybe. Just
Yeah, of
as,
course.
again, like you say, work life and home life. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I'm going to get back out.
No, that's fair.
But we've got a few things we've got to change on the car. We know that, so
Yeah.
I'm going to concentrate on getting the car ready. And if I get time for a few laps, then that's what we do.
Great. Well played, mate.
No worries.
Cheers.